Trust on your path to success is the topic for this lesson. And there's a book called Why Bad Things Happen to Good People. And I haven't read it, but that just came in my mind now, just before going live, because the theme is trust. And on your path to success, you will probably encounter many challenges. And you always get to respond to those challenges in with either a defeatist attitude or an attitude of, okay, I don't like how this is showing up, but I'm trusting it. I'm trusting it. Now, sometimes when really bad things happen, they can be like a wake-up call. And that's actually, our neural pathways are, in order to rewire them, they can be rewired much quicker if something shocking happens. Like an example, if Brendan Burchard is a good example. He is a famous coach that was in a car accident which nearly killed him, and he didn't die, and he swore that if he survived, he would make his life mean something. And that was, I think he was 21, 22. So he just really dared, to leap and to get his inspirational message out there. So that's an example where something bad happened, but it led to good. And there's so many examples of that. And, maybe something happens in your life where you think, ooh, I really didn't like that. But if you look, you will most likely and hopefully find like a silver lining in that, like something that because of that, based on that, you make a firm decision. Everything becomes clear or clearer. So those moments, trust them. So if there is challenges, just think about, okay, why is this happening to me right now? Why is this happening to me right now? And this serves me so well, and I can really see the magic in challenges, and just really feel a state of grace around some challenges when I look at the deeper underlying meaning behind it. There's a book called Radical Forgiveness by Colin Tipping, which I refer to a lot. I read it maybe 10 years ago, and there was one sentence in there, that a paragraph that I love, and I still refer to it. It was saying, imagine that before we came to planet Earth, when we were still in soul form, that we asked other souls to play a role. We made a soul contract with them to play a role and say, will you show up like this so that I can evolve and grow from that? And I love to remember that if there's some unkindness showing up in your life, to imagine, who knows whether it's true or not, but it's a possibility, right? But to imagine that that person is showing up like that in order for you to evolve, that's not the real them, that they're just showing up like that so that you can, if you choose, to say, okay, how can I strengthen my character from this? What good come from this? What's possible in this situation? To really take an empowering stance. And, sometimes it's hard to do that, and we have to be with our wounds or whatever. But I really want you to think about, if you were to turn up the gauge 10x, like 10 times up on trust in your life, like really commit to trusting. It's choice, right? And I don't have any guarantees, except it feels good to live like this. To trust everything, especially the hard stuff, but the good stuff too. It's like, oh, this is happening to me. Like, who am I to deserve this? Also, it's like, trust. And I think it's really helpful. And that's why I wanted to devote a lesson to this. I think it's really important on your road to success that you don't give up. Instead, you decide to use it as ammunition on your journey, to take something good. And that's a choice too, to live like that. It's like two people. Imagine one says, oh, well, that's just horrible, and I just can't deal with that, so I give up. And the other person says, okay, this is tough, and I'm going to somehow decide to use that on my journey for success. For example, I'm talking a little bit abstract, but let's say that somebody's really preventing you from stepping up and being really unkind about it and really holding you back and causing, and putting you down even, and, even verbal abuse and you're like, it feels really hard, and then say, okay, what can I do to get myself out of this situation and grow? Where can I get support from? And it might also be the time to say, okay, I really need to talk this out with somebody. I really need help. And to benefit from receiving that help and that support, and knowing that you're not alone and you are never meant to get to your success on your own. You were never meant to. And life, God is showing you that if you say, I'm really finding this tough, with somebody that you trust, and then you have gratitude for saying, wow, I have somebody in my life I can really trust and who's really there to help me, and to allow yourself to receive that, and then find your strength again and keep moving forward, for example. But it really depends on what, what you feel is holding you back. So think about it, and think about, how can I trust this, and what's in this for me? Is it that I have to learn to receive, to learn to ask for help? And that feels really good too. It can feel humbling, and it can feel like, wow, I didn't need to carry this burden on my own. So think about it, and think about what you can do about that challenge. And it's really about overcoming those, finding your way around those roadblocks. You're going up the mountain, you're going up, and then it's like, oh, dang it, roads closed, and all the other roads are too dangerous. Like, what the heck am I going to do? And then it's like, oh, okay, let me brainstorm with that person. They're going to help me. And then I find my way, and I find my way, and I get to the top. To whatever your version of success is, whatever is important to you in your life, which we talked about in lesson 1, getting really clear about what success means to you, and asking yourself that every single day, and remembering also what's important to you, what you value in your life, who you want to be, what kind of a person you want to show up as in your life. And when you die, what kind of, will you be proud of how you showed up in the world? Or what, what additionally would you like to achieve? Or what other character trait would you like to embody better, etc. It's all good food for thought, and I hope this lesson has been good for food for thought. Best of luck with and have fun with really 10xing your trust.